Tony D and Little Joan, and this is your Screenwriter's Rant on the Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne Johnson as Mark Kerr, the first UFC. I guess he was the first champion, and he, basically was the guy who who launched the sport. I guess you could say. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. The links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys books 1 through 17. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. Emily Blunt as the wife. And it seems to be mostly about their relationship. So, it's going to be like a Rocky type movie for UFC fighters. Emily Blunt looking very cute in this. And The Rock, I think he's very much in the zone here. I don't say that often about him because he's played so many roles that were really not for him, But this seems to be something he can embrace because he's spent in the movie working out and training and fighting, and it's something The Rock has done his whole life. It's he wasn't in the UFC, of course, but he was in wrestling. His father was in wrestling, so I'm sure he must have known of these guys in his world, and he seems very natural in the role, very natural. So I think this could be good. Seems like he is back in tip-top form. And I gotta say, it seems like this more grounded movie is better for The Rock in terms of his acting. I've seen him in the movies where he's the big hero in it. I don't know, just doesn't come off good. He looks different. They did something with his face. I'm not sure what. To make him more, I assume, to make him look more like Mark Kerr. And I think I might see this. I think it might be good. Now, the guy I want to know the opinion about this movie is Joe Rogan, right? Because Joe Rogan obviously knows this guy. I don't know if the guy they made the movie about is still alive. Doesn't seem like it was that long ago. Probably this took place in the 90s, maybe. I don't know how long the UFC's been around. So this is going to be the rise and fall. So first act, the UFC, something new. He's probably in a different sport. Maybe he's in wrestling or something. And then they say, "Oh, we're going to start this sport, the UFC." And then he starts fighting, and then he dominates it. And there's not a lot of money in it back then, which is always the case. They're trying to build up the sport, and but you got to keep training. You got to keep training, and that's the tough part, right? So, first act, he joins the sport, and it's good at first, but then the injuries start piling on. The money's not really there. The pressure, and then somewhere in the second act, he starts to peak. He can't really make a living on it. He's spending all his time training. It's hurting his relationships. It's the same old story of a champion. And then he gets one big fight to come back. And apparently he has to fight his friend. I'm not that familiar with the sport, so I don't know the real guys. And then there's a big confrontation. So he looks different, doesn't he? I mean, he kind of looks like Dwayne Johnson, but then he kind of doesn't. Same thing with Emily Blunt. Like, you could tell it's Emily Blunt, but if you weren't really paying attention, you might be like, wait a minute, who is that? And then here, towards the end, he shaves his whole head. I think that's him, right? He looks a little different. It's kind of weird. And then, credits and then what actually happened to him. So this is from Benny Safdie. Let's see what the synopsis is on the IMDb. The story of mixed martial arts and UFC champion Mark Kerr. Oh, writer's Mark Kerr. Well, there you go. I mean, it might be a little self-serving, obviously, if he wrote it, but hopefully Benny said, it's a little too much here or there. So that sounds very authentic. If he wrote his own biopic, or at least co-wrote it, I would think you might get some insight here that other biopics maybe you wouldn't get. So yeah, it sounds pretty good. This could be Dwayne Johnson making the move to more serious movies, trying to get an Oscar. I don't know. We'll see. But the Oscars are so, what's the word? So woke and stupid and horrible. I don't know. Plus, he would be up against. I think we're seeing a little mini renaissance of movies, or at least like they seem to be going back to something halfway decent. I mean, Sinners seems to be a good flick. I'm kind of into seeing it, but I don't know. So yeah, this could be good. Huh? Who would have thunk it? Movies that could be good? What is happening? And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check me out tomorrow. Oh, it's going to be a big one. I just got the email from the librarian over at the Galloway Library. Got something like 40 people signed up. So if you want to come out and see my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil, get there early. It starts at 7. And get your seat. Because I'm not sure how many people the room fits. But don't worry, if there's too many people, I'll do a second show if I have to. I'll stay there all night, Pineys. Anyhow, hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.